Oh, little puppy doggies. Oh, little puppy dog. My dogs would never be good enough to walk 3 on a leash and not trample over each other. Dang. Got the car tucked away. Anyway, so you want to buy a bike, but you got no money. Alright. If you're new to the channel, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm not rich or anything. I'm 23, but I do have a 2017 Gixxer 1000 and a 2019 636. In total, I've owned like 14 bikes, including like dirt bikes and stuff like that. I've literally never seen this lake. Kind of interesting. Kind of want to take a picture. I'm trying to be more intentional about thumbnails and stuff like that because, man, I'm like honestly really bad. Did I just get that wet? Okay, I think I did. I'm honestly really bad with thumbnails. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to like get better about that because that's like one of the biggest things for YouTube. But anyway, so yeah, I'm 23. I've got 2 bikes. I've had probably like 14 or 15 total since I started riding when I was like 17. I get comments sometimes of people who are like, can you give me a bike? And I'm like, no. I don't know. I'm not rich. I'm not like a big YouTube moneymaker rich or anything. But I want to be there one day. But I can definitely help you guys figure out some money stuff to get you to the point where you can buy a bike, but also so you can just in general build wealth over time and retire a millionaire, you know? Stuff that like everybody kind of says, but nobody actually like really knows how to put into practice, you know? Everybody's always like, oh, just invest in stocks. This is a private road, by the way. Private road, YouTube. 0 people. You see this? No people. Any of y'all who don't really know how to be good with money and how to start building wealth and, you know, what to do with your money if you have some saved up, that's what we're going to get into today. So for me personally, I've always been pretty good at saving. I've never been much of a big spender, and I still live with my parents, so I don't have to pay, you know, $1,500 a month for an apartment and throw away half of, you know, my monthly income. Because like most of you, I'm sure, I just work a regular job, you know. I work a 9 to 5. Sometimes when I get off, I ride, or I just wait till the weekend and like edit videos during the week, ride on the weekend, whatever, right? I just live a really normal life, but I also make videos because I think it's fun. But I do want this YouTube to be able to double my income one day, or like surpass it and give me the opportunity to like leave my job if I want to, or just be able to like, you know, just have a lot of additional money and really no stress of getting fired at work or anything. But because I, you know, live with my parents and I'm not a big spender, I had a lot of money saved up just sitting in the bank, and having a bunch of money sitting in the bank really doesn't do anything good for you. Money works best when it's circulating. I would be better off, you know, buying something of actual value that like holds value rather than just having the money sit in the bank, because it's just losing value over time with inflation. So what I decided to do is there's an app called Wealthfront, which I have no like affiliation with them. It's just something my granddad actually told me about. There's a guy on a horse down there. How about that? 2 people. I wonder how many more there is. Yeah, I got this app called Wealthfront. And what it is a high yield savings account. So base interest rate is like 3.75 or 3.5% or something. I used my granddad's referral link, and it gave both of us an additional like 0.5 or 0.75% boost. I don't remember exactly. So I'm getting like over 4% interest right now for the next 3 months, and then it'll drop back just a little bit when the 3 months is up, unless somebody uses my code again, you know, if I refer somebody else. So, wow, that's interesting. What if I took the Gixxer down there on their horse trail? Oh, it's probably theirs. Yeah, I don't know. I probably shouldn't mess with that. Yeah, I'm in like the ghetto right now too. So, and I've been having battery issues with this bike. So hopefully it doesn't shut off, because I've been having a bump start it twice today. But yeah, so now instead of my money sitting in the bank every month, you know, losing value, it's actually starting to earn money on its own. For example, the first deposit I put in there was like $5,000, right? And if it spends a full month in there, it'll make, I think, 18 bucks is what it was gonna make. And then it compounds monthly. So every month, it'll take that 15, it turns into 5,018. Next month, it'll turn into 5,018 plus the 18 that it would have got off of the 5,000 again. But it's also adding money based on the 18 from the last month. That's how compound interest works. So it could go from like 5,018 to 5,019 to 20 to 22 to 26 to whatever. I don't know exactly how fast it'll start duplicating. But you get the point, right? If you understand compounding interest or compounding anything, you get it. The longer you have the money in there, the bigger, like the faster that it grows, the bigger it gets, whatever, especially if you're continuing to add money into it. I'm gonna trust your blinker, bruh. Yeah, that's been like my first step at finally like moving into a way of like building wealth and like having my money start to work for me, as well as YouTube does make a decent amount of side money for me right now. I've been having some good months. So like I had a month where like it was starting to consistently get to like 100 and like 300, then it was like quickly some videos went viral, so I had like a 500, a 1000, a 2000. This month it's dropping back a little bit. It's going to be closer to 800 is what it's projected to be. So, you know, I'm starting to make a decent amount of side money from YouTube, you know, and obviously I want to be like reinvesting that, and I want to, you know, be having that work for me as well. I don't want to just sit that in the bank. So that's the other thing. Hey, you want your money that's sitting to be working for you somehow. High yield savings account is like the absolute safest way that you could be making money off your money, right? And then there's stocks, but we'll wait for a second on the stocks, and we'll talk about actually just earning additional income first. The key to like making a ton of money is not to just have one source of income, right? I have my income, I have YouTube, I have affiliate links. So like when I sell MBT gear, when I sell A Moto Part Fairings with, you know, everything that uses my code, if I sell like Giraffe Tools pressure washer now, all of those things can make me money without me really having to do anything other than continue to promote it, or if somebody just clicks on my links and sees it and just wants one of those products, right? 3 sources of income right there. Then I also used to edit for Jigsaw. I'm not anymore. If y'all want to hear about that, there's really nothing like bad to it. Just I don't know. It's just like it's just one of those things that kind of like has like phased out, so we can both grow a little more on our own. We can make another video for that if y'all want, but basically that was a 4th way of making revenue. I had 4 ways of making income for a while. Now it's down to 3. I guess I don't know. I guess I replaced the 4th one though with the high yield savings account. I replaced him with that. So which not like it's gonna make as much as editing, but it's also going from actually having to work however much per week to the money literally just sitting there is making money. And the reason this makes money, it's not like it's too good to be true. The reason this makes money is because when you guys are putting money into these things, the people who own the apps and like accounts or whatever are taking your money and they're investing it, and they're making money off of your money, and they're sharing a portion of it with you. But because you're basically loaning them your money, that's why you're making interest off of it. So it's not like it's just too good to be true. I mean, there could be stuff out there. You probably should be cautious of where you put your money. And like me talking about Wealthfront is not like financial advice, or I'm not saying you should just directly copy what I do. But one of the things is I don't like when I look for like information from people and I'm trying to do research and people are like, oh, just put your money here, just put your money there, like just invest in stocks, just do this and that. But they don't ever actually give you a way to do it. They don't give you like a specific thing that you could actually go just replicate what they're doing. I like to at least, you know, throw it out there what I actually am doing, just so if you have no idea, you know, you have something where you could like start researching and get started with. Alright, so we've covered high yield savings account. We've covered the idea of just having multiple sources of income, right? Let me get actually just a little more specific into that. Whatever you can do good, find a way to make money off of it. All right, I think I'm going the wrong way. Yikes, I don't know how I didn't notice I was going the wrong way right here. Yeah, whatever you can do and you can do it good, find a way to charge money for that. All right, for example, I wrap cars. If I wanted to like make a side hustle out of that, technically I could, although I think I signed a non-compete thing for my job, so I probably can't. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like, but if I was legally allowed, or if I did it in a space that was like far enough away from my job or whatever, I could wrap stuff on the side, because that's something I'm skilled in now that I could charge money for. If you like making videos, get good at editing videos, try to put yourself up for hire on Fiverr or something like that, or start making your own YouTube videos. See if you can build a channel to the point where it makes revenue. or make TikToks or like something. If you're really good at soccer, make videos on soccer tips. If you're really good at, you know, mechanical stuff and you have tools, offer your services like fixing people's cars or bikes or whatever from your garage in your free time. The thing is, a lot of people say they have no money or they want to make more money or whatever, but a lot of people, they just want to make money. They just want to make more money doing the same stuff. They don't want like to increase their amount of work to make more money. They just want more money. But that's not really how life works. The people who get rich are the people who put in the effort to get rich. Nothing really just happens overnight, and if it does, it usually goes away overnight too, because you know, you could win the lottery and get rich, but if you have zero knowledge on maintaining wealth, you know, then what are you gonna, like, how are you gonna keep it? How are you gonna prevent yourself from blowing through it? For example, if I made $1 million tomorrow off the lottery and I put it in this high yield savings account, maybe I could calculate the math right here. If it's like 3.75% interest off of that for $1 million, what does it make every single month? Put it on the screen, Jared. I don't know. Can you live off of that money? I don't know what it is. Maybe. You could probably just set that $1 million in there and live off of the interest, potentially. But if you have no idea about stuff like that, then of course you're not going to do that. You're probably just going to blow through the money because nobody's ever told you anything about it. So that's why I'm kind of talking about it today. How you make more money is up to you, and it's your own drive and motivation that's going to determine whether you can do it or not. So we've covered multiple sources of income, high yield savings account. Now let's get into the stocks. There's stocks that are safer and stocks that are higher risk. If you dump all your money into meme coins or like any of the cryptos that YouTubers make, you're probably going to get scammed and lose all your money. And then you're going to say the stock market is nothing more than gambling, and you're going to be mad and never try it again. The stock market is okay. The stock market is kind of gambling, but it's like educated gambling. There's stocks that are safer to invest in, and there's stocks that are higher risk. If you're dumping all your money into crypto, it's higher risk, but it could potentially offer a super high reward. Like Bitcoin, for example, had I not been an infant child when that was created and been investing in the stock market, I could have had a ton of money right now from just investing in Bitcoin. But also, when it hit highs and I was gaining money, I would have had to trust more in the process and hold it for longer and sold it 20 years down the line versus, oh shoot, I can make $50 right now, let me sell all my stock. Like, that's the other thing. The thing with the high yield savings account, and the reason I like it right now, and this is not like a one or the other stocks or savings account, it's a do both, but choose wisely how much money you put into each one, right? The high yield savings account, I'm making money on every single month, but I don't have any penalty for taking money in and out of it. I can treat it basically just like a bank account, but it actually pays me, unlike my checking account. So basically, I'm taking pretty much all my money out of my checking account and just putting it in there. And when I need to pay off a credit card, I'll just transfer money over, because I don't really want to leave any money sitting in my checking account making nothing when it could be making something, right? But the high yield savings account has no penalty. Stocks, however, depending on the stock, like if I want to invest in a safer one, like the S&P 500 or the Dow or whatever, there's a couple safer ones that invest in a variety of stocks. That way, if one's down, one can still be up. You could still be continually raising. And even if those dip down over the course of like 50 years, if you're investing for retirement, you're still pretty much guaranteed to be up. Now, don't take it as financial advice, because there's still the potential that the market could just crash, I guess. The thing with those types of stocks is they're lower risk, right? But they still offer a higher return than like my high yield savings account. If the high yield savings account was a little bit under 4%, but the safer stocks offer around like 8 to 10%, I'd be making money twice as fast. But the downside to it is that's money that I literally don't want to touch, because I'll be penalized if I try to access it before retirement. Oh yeah, you sound good. Oh yeah, I got the clear windscreen, by the way, too, guys. This thing is like super short. I think it's stock. I think I got scammed, basically. Kind of, not really. I paid like $23 for it on eBay, and it claims to be a zero gravity windscreen. and it came in a zero gravity bag, but I don't believe it at all. I'm not really tripping about it though, because I didn't even believe it when I was buying it in the first place. So yeah, I'm just like going around right now, and I don't know where I'm going, so I've been hitting some like bad spots, but well, we'll go up this way. Anyway, yeah, so certain stocks, lower risk, lower reward, still a higher reward than like the savings account, but you don't want to touch the money. But then you have things like crypto or just like other types of stocks that you can invest in. You can invest in Facebook, Amazon, XRP, whatever. And how you could do this, you could download Robinhood, you could download Webull, you could download Fidelity. These are all apps that you could use to trade stocks. You could research these stocks. You could wake up early in the morning, hop in the pre-market on Webull, trade some penny stocks. You could technically, if you research this stuff really hard, you could start flipping your money quickly and like make a bunch of money. Like, it's not like this has to be a long con game. However, you're just more at risk if you want to do it that way. The bright side is you could research this stuff real hard and have a really good chance at actually making money, versus if you just gamble it, you don't have any say in whether the slot machine hits red or black. You're just taking a guess. At least with the stock though, and you could probably just watch the big dogs and see what politicians are doing and what kind of insider trading crap that they're doing, and probably make a bunch of money that way too. Oh, I thought I had a stop sign. But yeah, guys, so that's probably about as deep as like my knowledge goes to it. Once again, to recap, step one is earning additional sources of income, so you have spare money to have, so you're not broke living paycheck to paycheck. Step two, oh hey, I think I'm at Cidercade. Step two, high yield savings account, so you can go ahead and start having your money work for you with zero risk. Step three, stocks, which you don't have to get into, but if you want to get, if you want to retire a millionaire, probably going to be the way. And then obviously, like, if you can make a business, yes, that's probably, like, if it ends up being successful, yeah, that's going to make way more money than your 9-to-5 is ever going to make, probably. And as far as like being a business creator or owner or whatever, I really can't tell you much about that. I'm not much of an entrepreneur. I mean, my friend Cole is literally trying to get me to make a Patreon, and I'm like barely even want to do that, because I'm just like, I don't really expect enough people to like subscribe to it to make me feel like it's worth like the additional like effort. But I mean, one day I'm sure I will. It's just like, I don't typically like to put my time into things that I don't know much of the outcome of. Like, if there's the potential of failure, I typically don't feel like getting involved. I'd rather just like spend my time doing things that I know are working. But then at the same time, like, YouTube is kind of like a business that I'm experimenting with, and I don't really know all of what's working and not working yet. I do know my thumbnails aren't that good, and I gotta figure that out better. And my like actual recording ability itself, I feel like needs some work. Some of my most recent videos, I don't know if they'll be live at this point or not yet, what I'm gonna put out first, but like when Cole came into town for the ghost meet, like, I basically just did a bunch of riding, and I just recorded my riding, and I didn't really do much videoing or like motovlogging or whatever. And so it's things like that that are like, don't really make the best videos usually. I'm also been fighting monetization like crazy, because I thought wheelies were getting punished real hard and speeding was fine, but now I've been posting like some of the speeding stuff, and that's getting demonetized. So it's like, I just can't win right now. And yeah, I don't know if I need to blur the speedo or what exactly I need to do to like get on YouTube's good side. And look, I'm not just doing this all as a money grab or whatever. I'm legitimately concerned, because when my Turn for Kirk video got a strike, I uploaded that video as a yellow video and took the risk, and then it got removed. So that's concerning, because if I take the risk again on uploading another yellow video, and then it gets removed again because it's dangerous or whatever, then I get another strike. Once I'm on strike 2, it only takes one more to delete my whole channel. So like I actually am kind of in timeout right now, and I have to be careful what I post because I really can't risk uploading a like demonetized video. If I don't go into it and I just say like I can't risk like a demonetized video, people are like, you just all about the money, you just sell out. Well, no, it's deeper than that. I also feel like YouTube straight up punishes me for like view wise for uploading something that's demonetized, but that's whatever. I'm gonna post what I want to post anyway, so yeah, that is what it is. But yeah, I don't want to like risk having my channel deleted after being on that grind for like 5 years and building it to this point. Like I'd really like to see it become successful, and if I could do this stuff and be full-time and travel across America, go into rides and stuff like that, it'd be sick. But right now that's not really something I can do because I work a regular job, and if I'm taking too much time off, then I'm not really going to be a very valuable employee because I'm never there working. I'm always somewhere else riding. So that's just not in the card books for me yet, but that's my goal. Oh, let me talk about one more thing while it's on the top of my head. Because I make YouTube money, and because anything over $600 a year is something that you have to be taxed on, I got an additional credit card. I got an Apple credit card, and I don't know exactly how all this tax stuff works, so I may not be doing things right because I actually haven't done my taxes yet with having made this much money off of YouTube. But I got a second credit card, so rather than holding receipts for everything, a physical receipt, I just have another credit card dedicated specifically to anything that's bike related. So every time I get gas, snacks at the gas station, a bike part, a camera, whatever, I'm just putting that on that card. So hopefully at the end of the year I can just use that credit card statement to make tax write-offs. Something I guess if I wanted to go like really deep into it would be like having an LLC. I don't have one of those yet, but probably gonna have to make one at some point in the next like year or couple years. I don't know. Yeah, just the last little detail, taxes. I freaking hate taxes. I absolutely think it's a load of crap. A little last second drop right there. Holy moly, there's like a car meet going on right here. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I may start another one from this little car meet. So if you enjoyed today's video, drop a like, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. What the hell? What's going on? What are the chances I'm just like riding around making a video and stumble across some friends?